Oh!
Alright, here we go, 10th episode. So 10. Take a seat. Alright. No interruptions. No interruptions.
No interruptions. No resurrections this time. Alright. Do the intro.
You know what, you should do the intro.
Alright.
You should do the intro.
Alright. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the 10 time Primetime Podcast. This is your host, Lucas Temi, here with your favourite guest, Charlie Thomas, aka Backwards Brain. I know he said that you'd never see me again on the channel after I threw water in his face and...
Don't remember that.
Oh, that's because it didn't happen, I just made it up.
No, it's because it's just been a long time.
It has been a long time,
Since
innit? How long has it been?
A couple of months. There was a bit of a hiatus.
There was, yeah.
Yeah.
And why is that? Because we were pretty busy, weren't we?
Yeah. It wasn't this time about Lucas Industries not being able to film that stuff. We had that footage. We just weren't able to get around to it. But we did a bunch of stuff on the in between, and we're going to talk about that in this episode. So we've had ourselves a bit of a blockbuster weekend going on down in Mornington. We've had 4 major films come out for the 4 friends of ours who are doing media, film, and art stuff.
Across the 2 schools, yeah.
So we've each done a film. He's done 2. We'll talk about that later. But there's been 4 major films. So we've had Death Row, which isn't out yet. That's my film. We have Capital Rush, which just released today as of recording this.
It's mine.
We have The Guilty, done by our lovely friend Hawk Watkins. And Paper Plate Prophecy, done by our friend CK, aka the Cassette Kid.
Who was in episode 2 or season 1. He played the
Lucas
Cassette King, yeah.
Yeah.
And Hawk Watkins, Hawk Watkins you will see in episode 8 of Lucas Industries pretty soon, hopefully.
Yeah. So let's start with the film that came out first, which I believe was
The Guilty.
The Guilty came out, or was it Paper Plate? Let's start with Guilty.
The Guilty.
So what were you've seen Guilty?
I have.
Yeah. What were your thoughts on the film?
It's quite good. I was excited to see what Hawk was going to do, and he put a lot of effort into it.
Brings
And
to the table.
it turned out pretty interesting. I liked it.
Yeah. Hawk, The Guilty, for those who don't know, well, first you should probably go watch the film before you let us review and maybe spoil it.
The link in description, probably.
No, I'm just gonna... I should. So... Notification went off. The Guilty is a short horror film done by our friend. It features me. I have a cameo in the film as the character Kennedy, who shows up at the front door. But also, I was actually the bull, the main monster of the film, which was very hilarious because the last character I played outside Lucas, the character I played most recently was a 1930s Englishman at a school production, and then all of a sudden I've gone from being that to the embodiment of guilt.
Yeah.
So your boy's got range. That was very fun, but it was also very hard to play the bull character because the character's supposed to be very tall. So he's
not very tall.
Well, I'm not short. I'm just not tall.
That's fair. I'm not sure. I'm just not tall either.
Yeah, exactly. Talking about height, not.
Yeah, height.
Yeah. So I had to wear all black, and I had to hold up with my hands. I had to hold up the bull skull, and the bull skull had a bunch of spider nests all in it. So every time I would take off the costume, there would be spider webs and just shit.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that.
Over me.
I couldn't do that.
Yeah. Hilarious stuff. So that took 2 days to film. Very fun. Great to see what Hawk can do in the future. Let's take it over to Capital Rush. Let's break down your film.
So Capital Rush is my final for media for year 12. It's like a little shitty 5-minute action film. It's sort of like John Wick, but from the perspective of someone who's being hunted by him. Speaking of range, you play a little John Wick-esque character who's the villain. I'm in it as well. I'm mostly the director, and Sophie Briefcat plays the protagonist. We went out into the forest and on train tracks and stuff and filmed. We got rained on. It was cold. It was muddy, but it turned out alright.
Yeah, so give us a quick synopsis of the film.
So, it starts. Sophie's just going about her day on a walk through the forest when I stumble into her way, looking panicked with a bag, and I'm like, "Oh shit! A rat!" I take off, and Sophie picks up the bag, and you are looking for me with the bag, or you're looking for the bag specifically, and you see Sophie with it, and you try and kill her, and she runs away, and you know it escalates, and you get kicked in the balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again with the character range. I had to, because in that one I actually tried to be intimidating as just my normal self, so I tried to have the whole the stare going on. There were some shots in there. There are some really intimidating, really fascinating shots. Yeah. One of the shots we had to do towards the start is where I had to fall over. Yeah, I went for that.
Yeah,
I fucked my whole shit up.
Yeah, there's this running joke in the film about every character trips on this particular tree root, and he trips on it and it's muddy, and he gets mud on his nice pants.
Yeah.
But he did go for it. You'll see if you watch it. You know, go click off the podcast and go watch it right now, and then come back.
Yeah. Watch all the films and then come back.
Right.
Let's take over to Paper Plate Prophecy by Cassette Kid. We need to collab with him more.
Yeah, we do.
Oliver's
Cassette Kid he's
an artist.
Yeah.
He's a legit artist. Yeah, and then he also dropped an album to go with the song. He's very good. He's very.
Have you seen the film?
I have seen it. Yeah, while I was at work, I quickly watched it. Yeah, very good.
Really
I love all the art style to his stuff. You know, he very much focuses on the musical aspect of it, and then the visuals are always very sharp. They're very, they're colourful and they're very striking. I like it. It's like watching a moving painting done by a really good painter. So what were your thoughts on it?
I thought it was really good. I mean, me and him and some others stayed back after school in art class, and the teacher was like, you know what, let's watch it. So we watched it, and I was like, damn, this was my hot film to shame. It was amazing, really. He's gonna go places, I reckon.
Oh yeah, wait, okay, hang on. Oliver's art. That was his art film, not his media film.
He doesn't do media. He just does art.
I got confused. Yeah. An art film.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your art film.
My art film. Okay. So my art film is it's short. It's like 3 minutes. It's called Unsaid. And for art, you have to pick a theme and then do all your art based around that theme. And my theme is a word I don't entirely know how to say. It's like saudade. It's like Portuguese or something, and it means like nostalgia, but for the future or the end or something. And it's like associated with words like regret and missing and all that. And it's just it's shorter, but has more significance and meaning and depth to it than Capital Rush, because like it's supposed to. So yeah, and you were in that as well.
Yeah, I mean, I love these. Yeah. I like to collaborate. I want to collaborate more in the future. I guess we take it over to mine then.
Take it over to yours, Death Row.
Sorry, it's not out yet, but we'll talk to you about it. It's probably going to release either this weekend as a filming, or maybe next week. If not, maybe in a month or two, because it's either I want to drop it on the weekend so it can be a blockbuster weekend sort of deal. That's the sort of the theme of this probably whole episode right now. We're just gonna go for that.
Yeah.
And also either that or I'll drop it when I finish school, which is not long from now. We're almost done. It's crazy. So Death Row. It was sort of like it started as like a concept episode for a Lucas Industries episode. And then I sort of branched out the story to be more of its own thing and become more meaningful. So I took inspiration from the first Backwards Brain film and how it was really well done because of how simplified it was.
Yeah. I don't know if you could call that well done Backwards Brain, but...
Well, here's the thing. When Backwards Brain Part 1, or Part 2, Part 1 of 5.
Part 1 of 5,
The Assault.
Oh, yeah, yes.
And people saw that,
that one was better.
Yeah, I got a lot of support from that, because it was very clean cut. It wasn't...
Yeah.
There wasn't any ridiculous concepts. And then in the future, and obviously you could tell in the future, I was like, okay, I want fire to show up and burn down the building. And, really just ask for VFX things I cannot pull off myself, but do it anyway because I want to have an interesting story even though people laugh at it. However, this film did also have some tricky shoots.
Yes, his film is called Death Row, and he's going to explain to you why we were put on Death Row.
Yeah. So I got Charlie to help me out. And so there's two big scenes in the film. One involves, I can't go into much, I'm not going to go into like spoilers, but I'm telling you what we got involved in. So there's one that takes place underwater, and the other one involves fire. So the underwater one, we had two big blunder filming sessions that I had to turn that into test footage, and then it just I talked about it in the evaluation though for media, so I'm pretty sure it did pretty well. But so basically we went to a public pool, and it was shit because
for those of you who don't know, you can't
you can't breathe under there, and also if you if the water surface is there and you're looking up, the water's going to go down your nose and fuck your whole shit up. Especially me, who has the most sensitive nose on the planet. 3 minutes into filming, I got a blood nose.
In the water, it was...
several months later when we did the actual underwater shoot, I didn't get a blood nose, but my nose and whole sensitivity was fucked up for like a week. But we got the shots we needed.
Yeah.
So the fire one's a bit of a different story. Because it's like, with the water one, we weren't exactly putting ourselves in mortal danger. So, long story short with the fire one. There's a fire pit and there's a big fire, right? I had it all planned out. I had the wood stacked up. We got it going eventually with help, with a little bit of help. But then as we were starting to shoot, the fire was starting to die. So I quickly pulled out the gasoline, and then the gasoline canister caught fire.
It's so bad.
The tip of the
the fire was coming out of the hole where the gasoline,
where the rest of it was.
Every time I think about it.
So we quickly grabbed it to go take it over the water tap. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna drown it. But as we were rushing over the wind and then got rid of the water, it burned away.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Could you imagine?
You
fucking died. I'm sorry.
It's so bad,
It's
man.
fucked up. It's not petrol. It wasn't petrol. We're all good. If it was petrol, we'd be dead.
God.
Yeah, so Death Row. The film is like a dream sequence sort of thing. It's like another outside of reality thing, little mind bender. And then it has a big, like, impactful moral message at the end of it that I think went out pretty well. I also utilized my school's new theater that was just built in. And the big climax takes place in there, so I was very happy I got to use that. I hope that you check that out soon.
Yes.
Death Row. So that's our little Blockbuster weekend going on. Filming's been great.
Yeah.
So we're currently in the usual set. This is probably the last time you're going to see the set like this because it's getting a bit of an upgrade. I'm trying to get it summer ready, or season 2 ready. So in the meantime, let me just take you on a little bit of a tour. Also, you may have noticed how the mic quality is a bit different.
The audio sounds crisp.
That's because I got a new microphone. So I'm gonna just like that probably sounded really weird. So
Welcome to MTV Cribs. This is the shed where we get all the shit done. And you've seen this in Lucas Industries and Ducker's Brain Part 2 before, I reckon.
Yeah, but
have a look around.
Yeah, so we might as well like give you like an actual tour of the... Oh my god, there's still sand stuck in the lens from episode 4.
That's insane.
Anyways, so this is like the little fucking Lego background I built. It's kind of... I had some like special resin shit put in there. That was a whole like process during lockdown. I lost a lot of money.
Take a look at this.
We also have a dartboard that was just put in. That's still going to be there. That's one of the new.
I got 2 bullseyes today.
As you can see, the green screen has been fixed up from when you saw it in the other episode. It's like now really clean and stretched out. Yeah, we got some like extra wood we need to find a home for. We're probably going to set these tables up. I want to have like a nice big table space for the newer episodes, because this is going to become like a prime location. We have Sam the skeleton, or what's left of him, up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not doing too good.
He's not doing too great. Yeah.
Yeah, no. This is probably gonna go away. The little Lego thing I've got going on over here. Probably gonna put a TV there, so then I'll probably bring my Wii and my my PS2 out here, right? And then I've got like a little microphone stand. I might even like do more film and stuff. I did have a green screen, do a bit of gaming.
This is Tyler's stuff from episode 7. Episode 7 the loops in the screen.
It's a piece of shit. I'm pretty sure Tal was extremely awkward when we said, "All right, you're gonna have this." Yeah, I think whenever he comes back, he's probably gonna get an upgrade. And yeah, not that.
Just for a podcast, we're moving around.
Yeah, we're moving around. What other podcast does that?
None, because they're all professionals and we're
yeah, we're just like we're two
children.
Teenagers.
Oh, I'm a children. I'm a child.
Yeah, you're still. Charlie is not 18 yet. He's turning 18 late October. Speaking of late October, 2-year anniversary of Backwards Brains coming out. We're going to do some more Backwards Brain content, some special edition stuff. We're probably going to release the full movie cut featuring the 5-part series and the short film, all cut into one something hour-long film. And then we're also, I've been meaning to do this for like 2 years now. I want to do a video where I do the full original script that me and Charlie wrote for the original Backwards Brain short film, that has some like different elements in it to the one you saw, and then also compare that. So hopefully I'll do that with the help of Charlie, because that sounds like a more Charlie style video. I might even just give him the rights to do that video, because I don't know how to do it. I'm not good at like video essay type style stuff. Yeah, okay, so that's basically it. So yeah, in the future, this place is probably going to look a lot more high tech, or at least look more cool and feature more things.
Welcome back to the 10-time prime time.
How long have
podcast.
we been going for? I can't see the timer on the screen. Yeah. So, where have we been today, Charlie?
We've been in the shed.
No, before that.
Hog's breath.
No, before that.
Your mum's car.
Before that.
SAE.
Yes.
I don't know what that stands for, but it's the university or TAFE or some shit like that.
Me and Charlie sorting out unis. We just went to a tour of a university today. We're probably going to end up going there in the future. They have a really great facility, really kind people, really open space, good for creativity. It's very quiet. Yeah,
very student friendly as well. Less regiment than others.
Yeah. So yeah, we're probably going to go there, and with the few stuff we make in the future, it's probably going to be supported by them. So yeah, you can expect hopefully there'll be a spike where we can release things.
Yeah. Because
and people will go,
yeah,
that's really good. Instead of, what is that? And
there'll be quality and quantity will be up, because me and him have both recently returned to uploading. We both had a bit of a hiatus there, so
it was like a 3-4 month hiatus. Yeah. So Backwards Brain, Lucas Industries episode 7 just released. Go check that out. Episode 8 has been filmed. That will be coming out in probably a week's time. You're not waiting, not even a month. You're not waiting a month. I can guarantee it. A lot of fun stuff coming in the future. Hopefully we will get to finishing season 1 by the end of this year.
since we aim to finish it by like the end of like February or something.
Yeah.
And now it's the end of September.
February, it was more like July. Yeah, I wanted to finish season 1 by my birthday.
Oh
yeah. But no, birthday's passed now. I'm 18. I'm gonna get my car, drive off in the sunset at the time. Yeah.
And not touch the accelerator at all like you did today.
Yeah. Alright. Anything you want to end us on?
Not really.
Come on. You usually do something that pisses me off in an episode.